We're here right now because Trump is fucking insane, because he has support from 90% of the conservatives in the Republican Party who are entirely un-American. Whatever happens, happens. I don't give a fuck. At this point, my only regret is that the guy didn't spend enough time practicing first. It is insane how much conservatives get to set the fucking standard on all the conversation in this country. It's absolutely insane. We're supposed to jump up and feel sad that the guy who is one of the most divisive presidents in all of history got shot at?
The homosexual Coomer Gremlin cuck, otherwise known as Destiny, has lost his fucking mind on X, showing absolutely zero remorse for the victims of the attempted assassination event of Donald Trump. Also stating that the guy should have went to the gun range so that way he would have been better with the firearm, insinuating that he wished Donald Trump would have took that bullet to the head. But yeah, Destiny's having zero remorse on that. He's going full on libs of TikTok mode. Full on libs of TikTok mode. If you guys haven't seen the viral clips of these moronic, lunatic lefties losing their fucking minds because the bullet didn't hit Donald Trump, check this out.
All I'm saying is that if I went through all of that fucking trouble, I wouldn't miss. I wouldn't graze that nigga.
One fucking job. A job that lots of other people wish they could have, and you had it. How the fuck did you miss?
We're not even sending our best to fucking assassinate. Cause what the hell was that? Lee Harvey Oswald would never, bitch. John Wilkes Booth would never.
Today was like this close to being the best day ever.
Somebody finally had the balls to bring a pew-pew, and he missed! We were a second away! We were a centimeter away from half of the problem being gone, and you missed!
Yeah, so these lunatics online are losing their fucking minds, just like Destiny, wishing, hoping in some type of reality that the bullet would have hit Donald Trump and he would be gone from the face of this earth. Also having no remorse for the man that passed away. As you can see, there's this one guy talking shit to Destiny. You disgusting bitch, I cannot believe your shit right now. Destiny replies, all I see is Biden up +1 in Pennsylvania. Referring to the photo right there, the blood, the aftermath. So Destiny showing absolutely zero remorse. You gotta be a really fucking piece of shit to go out there and say shit like this, deleting Trump supporters, which is like nothing new, right? I think we've already had our own politicians inciting a whole bunch of violence when it comes to Donald Trump and his supporters. Speaking of that, I was thinking in my head, what led to a lot of these crazy TikTok viral lunatics going online, wishing and hoping, just like Destiny, that the bullet would have hit Donald Trump? And I think I know the answer to it, but the media, on the other hand, is completely debacled on why this happened in the first place, right? The media, that's what they're telling you. And check out this clip from NBC and check out how they're seeing things.
Since the shooting unfolded, a lot of the rhetoric has been blaming Democrats for the attack coming from the right.
Yeah, that's right. Several Republican members of Congress have directly blamed President Biden, the Democrats, and the media for the assassination attempt. They claim it was the result of overheated rhetoric about Trump and part of a campaign to jeopardize his safety. So, for example, Georgia Republican Congressman Mike Collins posted, quote, Joe Biden sent the orders. And Trump campaign surrogate Nick Adams posted on social media, quote, Joe Biden's rhetoric is directly responsible. There can be no discussion. This is a fact. And then right-wing journalist Sean Davis wrote that, quote, deranged Democrats knew Biden couldn't win, so they incited one of their toadies to try and take out his opponent. Now, it's obviously true that Democrats have called Donald Trump an authoritarian and a threat to democracy, but they've never hinted that violence was an appropriate response to that.
I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Go to the Hill today. Get up in the face of some Congress people.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Running away from Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
When they go low, we kick.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
People are taking to social media to call for Trump's assassination. Most recently, it was a BBC reporter. If I was Biden, I'd hurry up and have Trump murdered on the basis that he is a threat to America's security. That's David Aronovich.
Joe, you now have the right to take that Trump out. Take him out, Joe. If he was Hitler and this was 1940, you'd take him out.
So as you can see, Destiny is just following in the footsteps of these fucking crazy lunatics. The media is saying, well, the Democrats have never, ever called for violence on Donald Trump or his supporters. Never, ever. Not to my knowledge, right? And then all of a sudden, yeah, they're just not even fucking hiding it anymore. Destiny's just full on. He's going full on. Fuck it. I'm here to take out all of the MAGA guys. I'm here to take out all the Republicans. I'm here to incite violence on Trump supporters and people that vote in the right. You know, Destiny's lost his fucking mind. And what a steaming pile of shit that this guy has to be. How low he has to be to turn to this type of rhetoric, man. I mean, it is what it is, but to go that low, it's absolutely insane. I mean, it gets worse. You just saw tweets that Destiny did. Destiny really shows his true colors in this conversation right here.
I think we're here right now because the left is like turning the temperature too much. No, we're here right now because Trump is fucking insane, because he has support from 90% of the conservatives in the Republican Party who are entirely un-American. Fuck them. Whatever happens, happens. I don't give a fuck. At this point, my only regret is that the guy didn't spend enough time practicing first.
You heard that. You heard that.
It's insane how much conservatives get to set the fuck.
He should have went to the gun range a couple more times before attempting that shot on Donald Trump.
Fucking standard on all the conversation in this country. It's absolutely insane. We're supposed to jump up and feel sad that the guy who is one of the most divisive presidents in all of history got shot at? Fucking give me a break. Please give me a fucking break.
Okay, one person is dead who isn't Trump, right, who got shot out. Someone in the crowd that was just going to a rally who got fucking murked by this guy. And two others are in critical condition. I think it's okay to show a little empathy. Don't you?
You're right. Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't know somebody else died. What state was this in?
Pennsylvania. My state.
Swing state voter. Fuck you. Sorry, what?
He's got no argument. I mean, he's just...
the problem, right? It's not the only problem we have, but it's absolutely a problem when we think it's okay to joke about people getting fucking killed because they are political opponents, right? And it's a swing state voter. That's bullshit. And this idea that we see the other side as this enemy that cannot be redeemed, that it's okay to joke about violence with, it's okay to make these asinine statements, is one of the reasons that someone thought it was okay to take a shot at a contender for the presidency of the United States. We have opened up this Pandora box. We are lighting a fire that we will not be able to control. And it won't be just the people, the people who get burned won't just be the ones that we think deserve it. It's going to burn a whole lot of others. We're starting an inferno.
It's already burnt. Dog, it's already burning. What are you talking about?
That doesn't mean we throw wood on the fire and help it.
You're standing in a house on fire and you're like, well, hold on, guys. Like, it might get pretty hot here if you actually turn the temperature up just a little bit. Listen, in the United States of America, no one citizen is greater than any other citizen. Donald Trump wanted absolute criminal immunity. I think this guy should get at least presumptive immunity until we've looked into a little bit, why it is he shot at him. Oh shit, he's dead now, so I guess we can't. Or no, wait, who died? It was a voter instead. It wasn't the actual shooter. Who knows? Maybe the guy thought he was acting in his official capacity as like some servant to the United States or something.
Yeah. So Destiny's just like, I don't give a shit about who died. Does not matter. He was a Trump supporter. Thus, who gives a shit? And you know what, man? I'm not gonna lie. I've made plenty of George Floyd jokes. Right? Guy's dead. I think he was a pile of shit. He had a big time criminal record. He put a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach. So yeah, I'll make jokes about that. And not only that, his death led to so many people rioting on the streets and led to a lot of other deaths that were innocent lives, man. So, the trickling effect of these Democrats has always been inciting violence. Destiny's worldview is all about, Donald Trump had an insurrection, and that was like the worst thing ever, right? Where one person died on that day, Ashley Babbitt, who wasn't even a Biden supporter. I don't know what the hell Destiny is triggering him to say this type of shit. Maybe at the same time, Destiny just needs some kind of clout. Maybe he's bored. Maybe he's not getting enough attention from the right. So he's going this route and just saying, fuck it. Let's just go and, take out all of the MAGA people, right? People like you that are watching. He's saying if you died for political reasons, he doesn't give a shit. He says that's a good thing. That's a great thing. And remember, this guy's a paid off Democrat shill. I already know he is.
24 coming up, right? And so first of all, I think we just lose. I think this shooting that's ball game. I think we lose. So that shooter cost us the election. It's done, right? Have you seen some of these photos coming out of Trump with his fist in the fucking air?
Those are badass
and the
photos.
American flag behind him and the Secret Service around him? That's ball game. We're done. So that shooter fucked us. He didn't shoot Trump, but he shot our chances in 2024.
To be honest, I think Joe Biden, losing the debate and a whole lot of other things before that might have lost you that. But he brings up a good point. Him, missing Donald Trump and then getting all of those photos, which were some of the best fucking photos. They're going to go down in history along with Donald Trump's mugshot. I mean, this is history in the making. There's no president that has ever been prosecuted like Trump, and then now he survives an assassination. This is just America right there. This is Donald Trump, his fist up with the fucking flag in the background. He brings up a good point. I mean, I think if you weren't convinced after that fucking debacle of a debate that Joe Biden had, now you definitely are. And I agree. Donald Trump after this is going to have some of the biggest support that any president in modern day history has ever had. And it's going to go to Donald Trump. I think this is going to be so big that it's going to be way too big to rig. The Democrats are out. And he brings kind of a good point there.
I already told you. I thought he should have spent more time practicing first. I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, if he had, oh my God, if he had actually killed Trump, that would have been, I don't know if our nation, that would have been a monumental disaster. There would be sectarian violence in the streets at that point.
That would be crazy. What do you think they'd try to do? An insurrection? Holy shit. That would be wild.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you think January 6th was like an insurrection? It was. But imagine that going through the streets just in general across America. Imagine the 2020 riots, but it's right-wingers who actually do know how to shoot.
Yeah, and you think that all the Trumples were just going to go home if they lost the next election?
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, they would have.
I don't know. But
okay,
I don't think
we should just we should keep living in the world of I don't know. While we're sitting in the corner, in our little cuck chair, watching the bull. Fuck our country, okay? Fuck Lady Liberty going, I don't know if he's going to bust in her or not. I'm not sure. Well, let's just wait and find out. Well, Trump continues to turn the dial up on all of the rhetoric, while the conservatives continue to be absolutely fucking unhinged, while they continue to deny every single facet of reality, while they continue to move on a crash course in destroying this fucking country. At this point, like I said, I don't really give a fuck. You have a guy running for office whose only way out of criminal indictments that were charging him with essentially insurrection was to ask the Supreme Court for absolute criminal immunity for his actions, okay? I'm beyond giving a fuck at this point, all right? It's wild. It's unhinged. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah, Destiny, his worldviews are totally backwards here. Destiny has this idea that because of the insurrection, like I said before, Trump supporters are the most violent, right? And look, if this assassination happened, I seriously don't think a revolution would have happened. I don't think you would see riots on the street. Little does Destiny know, the big reason why BLM happened, Antifa is going out there and rioting along with that, is because all of those leftards, all of those fucking morons, those lunatics that are there on the street, burning down buildings and looting Targets and Walmarts, they don't have any fucking jobs, all right? They're lazy individuals. They have all the time in the fucking world to do this stupid shit, to go out there and protest, right? They have all the time in the world. People that vote on the right, Republicans, they don't. They have jobs. They have people that they need to take care of. None of these fucking people, even if Donald Trump would have gotten assassinated, none of them are going to go out on the streets. They have to worry about their families. They have to worry about their kids. They have to worry about putting food on the table, especially in Joe Biden's inflation economy. Riots on the streets wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. People on the right have way too much responsibilities, okay? It wouldn't have happened. Not only that, I'm not going to lie, a lot of people on the right are, like you said, they're conservatives. They don't want to go out there and risk a lot of things unless they have to. Unless you knock on their fucking door, then they're going to do something about it. But for them to go out on the streets, more than likely wouldn't have happened. But Destiny has this idea in his head that the right wing are the violent ones, right? They're the insurrectionists because it happened on January 6th, the one time when we have plenty of examples in California of looting and rioting, and then the 6 months of BLM riots as well. But Destiny doesn't want to acknowledge that, right? Or the 8 years of the media inciting that Trump was Hitler, right? That he's Hitler. Now all of a sudden, Joe Biden wants to give him a phone call and talk to him like he's his buddy the whole time. You can't call the guy Hitler and then turn around and say, "Oh man, I hope he's okay. I hope Hitler's okay." That's not how it fucking works, right? Obviously, it doesn't work that way. But at least Destiny's being consistent. At least he's saying, you know what? I don't give a shit. I want them all deleted. I want them all off the face of this earth so I can go out there and coom and be a homosexual and be a cuck. So I can see my girl get fucked by 10,000 guys. That's what he wants, and he doesn't want to get shamed for it. Absolute delusionalness. But yeah, this has been Destiny totally losing his mind on X. His takes, shooting down his sympathy for people. You know, people like myself, people like you. He's going out there and saying, yeah, I'm fine with them being gone 6 feet under. And that's Destiny's take. Totally delusional piece of fucking garbage that I've ever seen. But hey, I mean, that's Destiny for you. I think that the greatest threat that the United States has is these leftist lunatics that run our country. With that being said, guys, I'm your host, Jake Varr. Trump 2024. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.